Hello, World Civ 107 class, and here we are with another week, zooming in. Okay, what I need to say, we have our first exam due this week, and your notes, but not your discussion. The notes and the exam, those are both due Sunday. But sorry, all these bugs around me. The discussion is due Thursday. To pay attention to that. The exam is not difficult. It's basically utilizing the same kind of ideas that we are doing with our Sunday papers. Usually, you can compare and contrast even information that's dealing with and that's in this week's module. On the Communist Manifesto, there really is a lot of bugs out. Are a lot of bugs out here. Anyhow, So if you don't have the textbook that gives you the precise excerpt of the Communist Manifesto that I'm having you read and make a commentary on, just Google online Communist Manifesto and read a page or a page and a half of any section you want to from the Communist Manifesto, and do the same thing I'm asking you in the assignment, which is to just tell me what you think what's being argued. Okay, it might be good just to go ahead and start with just the beginning. The first page of the Communist Manifesto kind of like really sets the tone for what its message is. Okay, and remember, you're just explaining to me that you're not. We're not saying if it's good or bad, as much as we're trying to just explain what it is. And let's see, was there anything else that I wanted to say? Okay, so yes, now we're covering the American Revolution, Haitian, and the French, and we're looking at very, very important revolutions. And we even look at the question of just how much the United States actually was a revolution as opposed to just being a war of independence. It's going to be really interesting for you to kind of reflect upon this as we slide into 4th of July, and also a lot of the political drama right now that we should all be thinking about, and we should all be examining ourselves and our ethics and what it means to be an American on this day of coming up of independence. And I mean, it's interesting, right? Law. When we made ourselves a country, were the patriots law-abiding citizens? I mean, right? Because what the idea is that there's certain ideals that we have sometimes that are higher than the laws that are established in the land that we might live in, right? And I don't think that we as Americans have really fully resolved that. By the way, this is a problem for any nation that is built on a revolution. Canada doesn't have this kind of existential question because Canada just kind of accidentally, that's not fair to say, they just slowly became sort of independent of Britain, even though the Queen is still the Queen, their Queen. But they basically developed independence without violence, without an insurgency. But it's interesting, right? Because if we wouldn't have won, what justification would have anybody who participated in shooting a police officer, meaning the redcoats? That was law and order, right? And then normal, Now, I'm not advocating now saying that just get what I'm trying to say. What I'm just trying to say is we have a legacy that is very ambiguous about where we think law and morality, like what trumps what, and what, like our ethics, and how do you approach that in this nation, and what do you value more? And it's a tricky dilemma that you see the left and the right politically not always necessarily being very consistent on at times, or everybody certainly needing to think through. By the way, the term left and right comes from the French Revolution. And you're also going to see something very important about the Haitian Revolution, the revolution that you should have heard of, that has a very great, enormous impact on the United States as well, and the world, the first ever successful slave revolt. My daughter is part Haitian, and I'm very fascinated by this history. Her grandmother is from Haiti. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. And if you guys need to get a hold of me, of course, get in touch. I'm going to be working in the cafe today, grading. Then I work at my other job tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, like usual, I'll be available. I'll be more available for any kind of information to go over or whatever. Okay. Have a good rest of your week.